Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and of course the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, the last Friday of the year 2024. Very quickly, we are counting down the days towards the end of the year. As always, I do pray and hope that you are healthy, well, enjoying a period of happiness and prosperity. Whatever you are doing, be sure to be safe. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safras Ghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, the last Jum'ah I should add for the year 2024. May Allah continue to bless you and yours with all that is good in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. And of course, before we move any further, we take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Shivan Hari Prasad for those beautiful and wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And as we always tend to do here on the program, we do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. Oh Allah, it is you do we worship and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Well, today's Islamic date is the 25th day in the month of Jamadul Ukhra, which of course is the 6th month on the Islamic calendar. So this month also is very, very quickly coming to an end. As a matter of fact, next week, Tuesday, which will be the 31st of December, the 31st of this month, the moon will be looked for to bring to an end this particular month, and also to welcome in the new month, the month of Rajab, the 7th month on the Islamic calendar. Of course, if the moon is sighted next Tuesday evening, this month will come to an end on 29 days. If the moon is not sighted, well, then we'll have one extra day for the month of Jamad al-Ukhra, after which the month of Rajab will commence. So basically, the month of Rajab will either commence on next week, Wednesday, or Thursday, pending the sighting of the moon, which will be done Tuesday evening, the 31st of December. And today, of course, also coincides with the 4th and the last Friday in the month of December for the year 2024. And of course, if you haven't noticed, well, I'll of course state the obvious. The time is moving by very, very quickly. I always remember that the key is not spending time, but the key is investing in time. What you invest for today, you will surely reap in the coming days, in the coming months, in the coming year. Never leave never leave for tomorrow that which you can do today. So Allah continue to bless you and yours. And of course, as we are now getting ready to commence the last Jum'ah for the year 2024, allow me to take the opportunity, of course, to welcome you live on air, live on the internet, live across our social feeds on Facebook, and of course on YouTube as well, for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Most definitely stick around, because I've got lots to share with you as we get through this particular hour together.
तेरा ही है सहारा, तेरे सिवा जहां में कोई नहीं हमारा। तेरा ही है सहारा, नूह का सफीना तूने तूफान से बचाया, दुनिया में तू हमेशा बंदों के काम आया। ये खलील ने जब तुझसे दुआ खुदाया, आतिश को तूने फौरन एक गुलसिता बनाया। मौला तेरे कदम का कोई नहीं किनारा। तेरे सिवा जहां में कोई नहीं हमारा। यूसुफ को तूने मौला दी कैद से रिहाई, याकूब को दोबारा शक्ले पिसर दिखाई। बहती हुई नदी में मूसा की राह बनाई, तूने सलेब पर भी ईसा की जान बचाई। मौला तेरे करम का कोई नहीं किनारा। परवरदिगार आलम तेरा ही है सहारा। तेरे सिवा जहां में कोई नहीं हमारा। परवरदिगार आलम तेरा ही है सहारा। तेरे सिवा जहां में कोई नहीं हमारा। परवरदिगार आलम।
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and the TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, of course, you are tuned into Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company as always. It's an absolute honor and, of course, a personal pleasure to be in your company for around about the next hour or so. Of course, you can send me a message via the WhatsApp number 2994103. Alternatively, you can send me a message via the social feeds as well. Thank you so much for all those who have messaged thus far. Thank you for your beautiful messages. Thank you for your kind words. May Allah continue to bless you and yours. Well, on the program this morning, as we always tend to do, we've got a very intriguing segment lined up for you. We start off with a short inspirational segment, followed by the early morning call to prayer. I've got a few beautiful Islamic selections lined up for you as well. And that will then take us into our lecture segment. And this morning, we're talking about the importance of ending the year on a positive note. That's a very, very important topic. That'll be our discussion point for this morning. So definitely do stick around. I've got lots to share with you as we continue on with this particular hour together. Once again, Jumbo Mubarak going out to you and yours.
يا من صلى يا من صليت
नुमा है शरीयत के अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह سعد الشجر نتقى الحجر شق القمر بإشارته उंगली के इशारे पैर चले एजाज से पत्थर बोल उठे और चांद हुआ है दो टुकड़े अंगुष्ठ के इशारे से अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह जिब्रील अता लैलत अस्रा والرب دعا في حضرته जिब्रील आमी पैगाम खुदा लेकर आए थे शबे असरा अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह فوسيلتنا هو سيدنا والعز لنا بإجابته الله 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 لا إله إلا الله.
Allah's blessings and mercies to you and yours on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, the last Friday in the year 2024. And of course, as we look forward to another day, another week, another year in your life, as you welcome the gift of a brand new day, it is always important to remember the point of life. The point of life isn't to try to figure out the key to your happily ever after. Nor is it to make your heart so hard that nothing can break through. The point of life is to rise from the ashes every single time you get burned, to keep going, to keep pushing on forward. Your character, when you hit rock bottom, that in itself reveals a lot about who you are. So don't run. Embrace it. Learn to love the darkness as well as the light. Because the darkness teaches you to appreciate the light. Whatever situation you are in, remember that Almighty Allah has a plan for you and trust the timing of that plan. One day you will understand why the timing of the plan of Almighty Allah was perfect, why things had to happen exactly the way they did, in order to protect you, in order to guide you, in order to redirect you from where you were to where you were meant to be. So trust the process of Almighty Allah. Trust the process of the path that you are on, and continue to push on forward. And as we come to the end of another year, let that message resonate with you. Understand the point of living and understand that once you connect with Almighty Allah, all will fall in place. So as we come to the end of this year, I say to you, may Allah bless you this day. May He bless you in the upcoming year. May He remove all challenges and obstacles from your path. In the upcoming year, may He open all the doors of mercy upon you. May He guide your footsteps always to all that is good, towards blessing, towards happiness, towards prosperity. And may He grant you the strength and the courage to face the challenges that will come your way this day and also throughout the new year ahead. Well, on that note, literally just around the corner, we've got our inspirational segment. Do stick around. You're listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
All Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and Trinilink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, ma'am.
So as we come to the end of another year in our lives, it is extremely, extremely important to remember and to acknowledge that without a shadow of a doubt, you are an embodiment of your decisions and your choices. Quite frankly, your future is determined by the choices you make right now. And let's drive that point with a small anecdote. 5 wise men ended up getting lost in the forest. So the first one said, I will go towards the left because my intuition tells me that's the correct direction. The second one says, well, I think I will go right because I have a feeling that's the correct direction. The third one said, I think I will go back where we came from, which means that we can also go back out from the way we come. The fourth one said, I think I will go straight on. We should move forward. The forest will eventually end and something new will open up for us. The fifth one said, I think I will climb the highest tree. From that vantage point, I will be able to see where we should go to leave the forest faster. Now, each of the 5 men thought that he was right and that the other 4 were mistaken in their calculations. The true reality was that they were all right because their individual choices led them to their own personal destiny. Their individual choices led them exactly to where they had to be. The one who went left found himself in a very dense part of the forest. He had to starve and he had to fight off wild animals. But in the end, he learned how to survive in the forest. He learned valuable survival skills that could teach, and he can now teach others the same. The one who went towards the right, he met thieves, he encountered thieves. They took everything from him, but after some time, he was able to inspire them to stop stealing. He had woken up in them humanity and compassion, and the remorse in them was so strong that some of them, after his death, they also became wise men, and they decided to stop stealing from other people. The one who went back, he made a pathway through the forest, which eventually soon became a roadway for those who wanted to walk in the forest without becoming afraid and without getting lost. The one who went straight on, he eventually became a pioneer because he visited places where no one else had been before, opening up wonderful new possibilities for people, amazing healing plants and magnificent animals and so on. The one who climbed into the tree, he became a specialist in finding pathways, and people would turn to him when they wanted to find the fastest and the easiest way to deal with their problems. And this is how the 5 wise men each reached their destiny. Even though their choices were different, they each arrived at a destination that was suitable for their own personality. Choices. They are the building blocks of your life. Every decision you make, whether big or small, shapes your path and determines your future. However, it is absolutely crucial to understand that with every choice comes a set of consequences. These consequences, whether positive or negative, are the results of your actions and your decisions. Many of us tend to believe that freedom begins, or freedom means being able to make choices without any accountability for the outcomes. We might think that we can do whatever we want without facing the repercussions. However, this is a flawed perspective. In reality, freedom and responsibility go hand in hand. When you make choices, you are essentially setting off a chain of events that lead to certain outcomes. And these outcomes may not always be immediate, but they will inevitably catch up with you. Just like you throw a stone into a pond, and that creates a ripple effect that spreads outwardly. Your choices have far-reaching effects that you cannot always predict. It is essential to remember that you are not an isolated being living in a vacuum. Your choices impact not only yourself, but also those around you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, and even society as a whole. The consequences of your actions ripple outwardly, affecting the world in ways you may never fully comprehend. So acknowledging the consequences of your choices is a sign of maturity and self-awareness. It requires you to take ownership of your decisions and accept both the good and the bad that come with them. Now, the next part is very, very important. This is a lesson that every person must not only learn, but pass on to the younger generation as well. As you go through life, it is extremely important to know the difference between a stage and a choice.
Yes.
A stage in life is non-negotiable, and stages in life happen to everyone. Teething, puberty, adolescence, aging, these are all stages you can't escape, and everyone goes through these stages. But the decisions you make within those stages, that's where your life is either built or destroyed. Drinking, partying, using drugs, and sleeping around are not stages. They are all choices. And bad choices come with consequences. Unplanned kids, broken homes, STDs, addictions, lost opportunities, and too many people destroy their futures by convincing themselves that this is just a phase and everyone goes through it. Look around you, you will find people who have chosen wisely. Some focus on their education. They were able to build a successful career, and they were able to build a stable and loving homes. Others avoided alcohol and drugs entirely and focused on discipline, and they now live peaceful and prosperous lives. These people did not skip a stage. They simply avoided destructive choices the others made excuses for. On the flip side, you will see people who can't escape the chains of their own bad decisions. They're stuck in a cycle of regret, wishing that they could undo the choices that ruined them, all because they mistook and they misunderstood recklessness for a stage of life that they had to go through. So it's extremely important to understand that a stage of life is a path that you have to walk through. A choice is the road you decide to take. So the message this morning is very simple. Choose wisely, because no one gets to skip the consequences. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and lead by example. And that is where the real success will come. Remember that every choice you make has consequences. Embrace the responsibility that comes with freedom, and strive to make choices that align with your values and your goals. By being mindful of the impact of your decisions, I can assure you, you will be able to navigate through life with greater purpose and greater integrity.
Allah.
Well, at this point on the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you this morning through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Kinupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة من النوم
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and the TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी। जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी। हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत। जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत। जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब, जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब। इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब। हो मेरा काम गरीबों की हिमायत करना, दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना। मेरे मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको। मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको। लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी। लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी। Assalamu alaikum. See, we were work so hard, sometimes forgetting about our hearts. What are we chasing for? We don't need more. I know the world is tough, but all we need to show is love. Everything will be fine. Now here's your sign. لا 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 نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا. جوهرنا هنا في القلب لا 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 نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا. ذاك جمالنا جسمه يتعالى. كن أنت تزداد جمالا. كن أنت تزداد جمالا. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. Always be yourself, that is where you will find yourself. That is the key to the door for happiness and more. Always put your faith in the Lord, He will keep you safe. Don't ever feel no fear, He'll always be right here. لا 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 نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا. جوهرنا هنا في القلب لا 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 نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا. ذاك جمالنا جسمه يتعالى. كن أنت تزداد جمالا. Loving yourself will set you free. You don't have to follow all the things you see. Be yourself and you will find happiness and peace of mind. Oh, we are not alone. We have Allah. كي نزداد جمالا. جوهرنا هنا في القلب لا 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 نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا. ذاك جمالنا جسمه يتعالى. كن أنت تزداد جمالا. كن أنت تزداد جمالا.
Yes, indeed, a beautiful rendition. Kun anta tazdad jamala. Be yourself. Simply be yourself, and you will be the most beautiful version that you can ever bring forth into the world. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't worry about what the other person is doing. Focus on being yourself, and your light will be able to shine through. A very important message as we close off the dying stages of this year, and as we move forward to the new year. Always remember to be yourself. Welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment on this beautiful Friday morning, the last Friday, of course, of the year 2024. And at this point, we'll now get into our lecture segment. And like I mentioned before, this morning, we are talking about the importance of finishing the year on a strong note, on a positive note. So there was one tradition of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which basically mentions that actions are based on the ending. Actions are based on the ending. This tradition highlights the importance of finishing strong. Even if you didn't start well, even if you faltered in the middle phase, if you pick yourself up and finish strong, all your past weaknesses will be forgotten and you can still end up winning. On the other hand, you may start strong, You may power yourself through the middle phase, but if you falter in the dying stages, if you falter in the end stages, you may end up still losing. And there is the famous story that we are all aware of. The tortoise and the hare. The hare started off very strongly. He powered himself through the middle phase, but he became complacent towards the end. The tortoise, on the other hand, started off very weakly, struggled through the middle phase, but he kept pushing on through, and then eventually towards the end, he powered himself through, and he eventually ended up winning. There is a saying, make good your endings, for they will inspire new beginnings. And in life, you will often find yourself at the end of certain chapters, whether it be the conclusion of a project, the end of a relationship, or even the closing of a significant phase in your life. These endings, of course, can evoke a mix of emotions. They can bring to the surface feelings of nostalgia, feelings of relief, feelings of sadness, or even anxiety about what lies ahead. However, it is crucial to remember that endings are not just conclusions, they are also beginnings in disguise. Each ending signifies a new beginning waiting to become unfolded. And it is in these moments of closure that you have to take the opportunity to reflect, to learn, and also to grow. By making good your endings, you pave the way for fresh starts, exciting possibilities, and you give yourself the best chance to hit the ground running, so to speak. So as the year draws to a close, it is quite natural to reflect on the past 12 months and to contemplate how to end the year on a positive note. It is an opportunity, of course, to acknowledge achievements, to learn from setbacks, and to set the stage for a fresh start. As you approach the final chapters of the year, seize the moment to infuse positivity into your journey. Reflect on your milestones, express gratitude for the lessons learned, and set intentions that resonate with your aspirations. As you navigate the remaining days of the year, embrace this opportunity to recharge and cultivate a positive foundation that will echo into the new year. As you approach the end of another year, as you come to the end of another year of your life, it is essential to reflect on the significance of concluding the year on a positive note and on an uplifting note as well. The way you wrap up the year can have a profound impact on your mindset, on your motivation, and on your outlook as you transition into the new year. So this morning, allow me to share with you some key points to consider while navigating endings and while embracing new beginnings. First of all, make the intention to end the year strongly, even if you don't feel like it. Even if you have to psych yourself up, even if you have to motivate yourself from within, ensure that you finish strong. Push yourself over the finish line, so to speak. Number two, reflection and gratitude. Take time to simply give thanks for life. Take time for the gift of another year. Take time to reflect on the chapter that is coming to a close. Acknowledge the experiences, the lessons, the memories that have shaped the way that have shaped you along the way, and express gratitude for the journey. Number three, closure and acceptance. Seek closure in a healthy and a constructive manner. Tie up loose ends if you have to. Address any unresolved issues and find peace with the past. Very, very important. Many people, they don't find peace with the past and they take baggage with them moving into the future. And that in itself has a lot of repercussions moving forward. Number four, very important, embrace change. Recognize that every ending marks a transition into something new. Embrace change with an open mind and a positive attitude, and understand that sometimes stepping out of your comfort zone can lead to personal growth and new adventures. Number 5, set positive intentions. As you approach a new beginning, set clear intentions for what you wish to manifest in this next phase of your life. Visualize your goals, your aspirations, and your dreams, and take proactive steps towards realizing them. Number 6, courage and resilience. Move forward with courage, move forward with resilience, and trust in your ability to navigate the unknown. Remember that challenges are opportunities for growth and transformation. And once you have the backing of the trust of the Almighty, there is nothing to fear. Number 7, seek support. Don't be afraid to seek support from friends, family members, or even professionals during times of transition. Surround yourself with positive influences who can offer guidance, who can offer encouragement, and who can lend a listening ear. And number 8, grow from your challenges. There is a lesson to be learned from each challenge. Seek it out, learn it, and use it to become stronger the next time around. For indeed, life itself is very, very fragile. In chapter 31, Almighty Allah reminds us of the verse, وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ مَاذَا تَكْسِبُ غَدًا. No soul knows what it shall earn tomorrow. What tomorrow brings, we have no idea. Will tomorrow bring prosperity? Will tomorrow bring hardship? Will tomorrow bring happiness? Will tomorrow bring sadness? We don't know. All we have to do is try our best to approach things in a positive manner. And ending the year on a positive note is not just about festivity and celebrations. It is about cultivating a mindset of gratitude, a mindset of reflection, and a mindset of optimism. And by embracing the lessons of the past year, and by looking forward with hope and positivity, you can pave the way for a fulfilling and a successful year ahead. And as you bid farewell to the current year, be sure to do so with gratitude, with joy, and a hopeful spirit, ready to embrace the new opportunities and the challenges that the coming year may bring to you. Remember, they always say that when one door closes, another door opens. And by making good your endings, you are not only honoring the past, but you also pave the way for a brighter and a more inspiring new beginning. So embrace each transition with grace, with gratitude, with a sense of adventure. For it is in these moments of change that you discover your true strength and your true potential. May Allah bless you as we continue to move forward with our lives. How long we have to live on the face of this earth, no one knows. Whether we'll be granted another year to live, again, we don't know. All we can do is be thankful for whatever life Almighty Allah has given us thus far. And we make the intention that should we be granted another year, we will use that year in a positive way for ourselves and to bring about good upon the face of the earth.
ليلة من الليالي لست أدري ما تراني ظلمة تغمرني يا رب الأرض ضاقت والسماء وقلبي ما رفض الضياء والدمع بات يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي عصيت والذنب كبير وإني في حزني أسير مقيد بذنبي يا رب فهل أستحق يا إلهي عفو جمال مقر بالذنوب يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي أنت الذي خلقتني رحمتني ورزقتني دوما يا رب قد كنت معي لكنني نهيت عنك نسيت ما قد كان لك وسرت في طريق يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي أنت الذي خلقتني رحمتني ورزقتني دوما يا رب قد كنت معي لكنني أعرض عنك نسيت ما قد كان لك وسرت في طريق يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي واليوم يا ربي أعود من ظلمة خلف الحدود فالقلب منكسرا وطرف حال وأنا الغريق فلا أرى إلا سواك لمنقذا لا منجا ولا منجا إلا أنت يا إلهي 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 يا إلهي
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and the TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, indeed, you have been listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM. And as we are now bringing to an end this particular segment, as we are now bringing to an end the program for this morning and also for this year as well, we take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. And of course, we also take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to you, our listeners and viewers who would have joined us on the program every single Friday throughout the course of 2024. Thank you so much for spending this time with me every morning. It was indeed an absolute honor to be your host over the past year. It was an absolute honor to be in your company. May Allah continue to bless you and yours. By all means, do catch me next week Friday. Catch me next year, I should say, 2025, as we bring to you another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, signing out for this morning and also for this year. Until next week, until next year, please do have an extremely blessed day, blessed weekend. Stay safe and stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Club Heart. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In the deepest part of the ocean bed, a creature crawling on his belly knows that La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. Riding on the crest of a wave in the sea, a dolphin squeaks and he whistles to me. Says La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Every bird has a prayer that he knows so well, praising Allah in their very own tongues, leaving their homes with no good. They do their best and Allah fulfills what is due from me is already written. So surrender and say to Allah I belong. I say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. On the golden plains of the Serengeti, a wise old elephant trumpets to me, says La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. Underneath the baobab tree where the cheetah lives and her cubs roam free, they say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Every living thing was made from water, fashioned and perfected by Allah. Some were tall and some are small, and some lay deep on the ocean floor. So from the earth to the beautiful sky, the alternation of day and night, signs in creation, we all shall die to return to Allah, most forgiving, most high. We sing La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. When the vultures swoop down upon their prey, they cackle and they echo, but they all say the same. They say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. In the murky waters of an old riverbed, popping up his head, the hippopotamus said, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Have a look around the earth everywhere. Allah's creation made in noble pairs. We have each other as a garment to wear.